That's us.
Right, hello Selena, Emma and Heather, and thanks very much for doing Boo's reading. This is Boo. So first of all, Selena, you said you were drawn to his left eye. As you can see, if Fran zooms in his left eye is unusual. He's actually got a white spot in his left eye, which is very unusual in horses, and he's had it since he was born. We thought it would go away. He mentioned headaches, and he has actually had a sort of animal communicator healer before who mentioned headaches. So he's got physio soon, so we'll get the physio to check. See, he whinnied, he was eating hay. He whinnies a lot. He's a very vocal horse. He always says hello. When you mentioned about seeing his head in a bridle and he was running super fast and not happy about it, we actually had an incident where he bolted with me a couple of years ago and it was terrifying. So I think you got that spot on. The loading, the ramp moving and the noise, and that he wouldn't be bribed. Yeah, that all sounds good. He will not be bribed. I love that he loves his name. Boo loves his name. And you mentioned he showed you a bag of yellow crisps. So what I think the yellow crisps is actually this. So this is his lead rope, which is red, which again you mentioned. And I think the yellow crisps, this might be his lead rope. He says a bit of a twat on it. Trust, yep. I like that he says that he trusts me. And I try not to get worried, but I'm sure he picks up on it. And about him being reactive and taking time to think things through and work it out, that's absolutely him. He will look at things and he's not sure and he'll turn away and he'll have a think and then he'll come back. But the bit that really got me, Selena, was when you said about the red lead rope and he walked himself into the trailer. Let me show you this. There's his red lead rope. And a couple of nights ago we were practicing loading and I'd finished practicing, he'd been a good boy, and then he put himself in the trailer twice without being asked with the red lead rope. Didn't you? Emma, you said he wasn't as chatty. He feels safe, that's good. I know that he feels safe. And he is inquisitive. He's the most nosy horse ever. You take something out of your pocket, he has to see where it is. He has to say hello to every horse. If I get a brush out to brush him, he has to inspect the brush. Very nosy. He'll stand here all day with his head over the door watching what's going on. I'm not sure about worried about the wheels of the vehicles. Not sure about that. Or the fan. But noise is definitely something that he doesn't like. I don't know about the wooden rails. That didn't make sense to me. And the vision, the horizon, the light clouds, and a lighthouse, that's not meaning anything to me either. He's never been to the seaside or anything like that. And when you said he really likes going on a path that sort of looks white, that could be we've got a path that goes down into the local park and it's very overshadowed and narrow and see how nosy he is? And possibly it's that path. Emma hit the nail on the head with this one, second Emma. When you said, Fran will love this, she's tired and enjoying retirement.
Oh,
so Boo's mum has just she retired a few years ago from competition, but in the past 2 weeks she's retired completely and she wouldn't come in tonight, so he sees his mum every day, so I thought that was spot on. You also said about the movement of the trailer. Not sure about that. He's always fine when he's in the trailer. We said he's stubborn and headstrong. He can be very stubborn. When he decides he's not doing something, he's not doing it. So Heather mentioned that too. Inquisitive, as you can see. Cheeky, yeah, drawn to the left eye. He's told me before he loves this yard. He loves his life here. I know that. He's told us that before. And I like how you notice that he likes the life he has, as long as it's how he wants it to be. And he wants to be in charge. He does. Another thing I think you got dead right, you spoke about a big tub, red or blue, and it was empty and he was pushing it around the field. So 2 days ago, all the water buckets in the field are blue. And when I went up to get him, somebody was filling the water tubs because they were empty and he was drinking out of them as she was filling them. And that's why he didn't come to me, because he wanted water. So that's maybe that memory. I think you're right about the trailer. He does have his own agenda. If he doesn't want to go somewhere, he won't go, and he is very safe and secure in this yard. He's been here a while now. I like the fact that he said he always looks after me. He also said, Fran, that he's totally worth it.
He definitely is worth it.
I think he's got good self-esteem. Something else that was interesting you said, Heather, was something happened when we asked about something happening and he spoke about birds flapping, generic. He had an incident in his stable where he nearly came through the door because there was a yellow budgie flying round his stable, and it landed on his withers, and I took it on my finger, and we got it away. But he was terrified of that budgie. That was one of the things. So noise really affects him. If he can hear it but he can't see it, he gets very upset and he will try and get through the door and run over the top of you. But if he can see it and hear it, then he's fine and he processes it. He said he wants his own way. Yeah, he's not overly open to taking direction. So I tried doing clicker training with him, and he does it for a few minutes and then he just switches off. He just goes, "No, not interested, mum. Not doing it," which is really funny. Just throws the towel in. And when you had this image of lunging, obedience, training and flags and desensitising, we have done a lot of that in the past. We do Pirelli and there's big sort of whips involved, and I spin it round his head and over his neck and round his legs and stuff, and that was all a bit desensitising. And another one you got spot on, he said about pack riding, and I was on another horse. So I used to have him saddled and lead him out on hacks with his mum. So I would ride his mum and he would be the pack horse. And then we switched it round when he got more confident and used to it. And I would ride him and have his mum as the other horse. So when you said second in line and he'd been boosted up to hierarchy, I think that was him saying, "Oh, I'm better than my mum. I'm now doing what my mum did for me." Emma, you then mentioned about food, more or different. He's a hungry horse. I don't think he is a hungry horse. He's out at grass 24 hours a day. He comes in and he gets a wee feed, which he loves, and then he goes back out again. But overall, yeah, I think he's did a really good job, and thank you so much.